Hi guys, it's Michelle here, just popping in to share some of my latest journals. I will be opening the Etsy store probably while this is uploading or very shortly after. I have been sharing some sneak peeks of these journals over on my Instagram page and thought I'd better pop in and say hello to you guys because I haven't been over on YouTube for ages and I really need to get back in. I have been missing YouTube as always. It just tends to be the one that I don't go to as much because Instagram has just become too easy for me. And there's my dog saying hello. I've got a new puppy, which is probably why everything's taken a little bit longer this year. Forgot how much work they take. But she's totally worth it. She's so cute. So these are my journals. Got a few different collections and assortments. So I've got some more into the pastel range, a few of my more that lovely dark rich glossy style, and then I've got a few new things with a bit of colour, so lots of fun. Had a bit of fun with these ones, and we'll share the insides. The covers are all made individually, but I do batch some of the pages, so there is a similarity to the papers throughout them. They won't be exactly the same, but as I said, there'll be some similarities. So I'm going to share this one first. It's an absolutely beautiful book, and it's a real struggle to list. It got a Tim Holtz ornate plate there, and I've altered that just to bring the colour into what I wanted it to be. It's a lovely creamy yellow, which I hope comes through, and I've got a bit of gold edging on the outside. Lovely chinoiserie style tissue, which I love that tissue, and 3 signatures on this one. I've got a pocket on the front, which is an envelope. All the papers, of course, are tea-dyed. I've upcycled some New Zealand envelopes. So there's a little bit of New Zealand coming through there, and a bit more from this old post office paper. There's a new craft paper inside these ones that I'm testing out to see how I feel about it. I like the weight of it. It's tea-dyed quite nicely, and so hopefully that will give you a different texture, which I particularly like, a lot of texture and variety. So I've got a couple of different sketch papers put through the books as well, just for a different weight. And there's some grid paper, more envelopes, another nice weight of paper, tag, pocket there, and of course needed a window envelope, so that is the other side of that signature. So then paper bag, dyed and upcycled paper bag, another envelope there. That one's got a top opening, and another pocket, nice bag pocket in the middle, of course. That's my favourite thing to do. And then we've got in here a little pocket envelope, and I might put a different tag in there. Nice big, love the detailing there, and then a nice big paper bag at the back to put lots of things in there. So that is Cherish. Love that one. Sorry, I'm just going to put them out the way so I don't get completely confused. So these 4 here are done with the same tissues, but with different bases to them. So I will just create a little bit of room and share this one, which is another favourite. I've titled this one Love. It's got a different type of book plate on it, and then it's just this lovely soft, and it's quite a matte cover. Again, 3 signatures on this one, and very similar in terms of the papers as to what's through in there, as you can see in the last one. So the same kind of pockets and envelopes, craft paper, plain paper. So I've tried to get lots of different weights in here, so if you wanted to sketch or watercolour or collage, there's lots of variety for you to play and do that. So that is Love, and I do love that one. I might be making another one of that for me. And then this one is a little cutie, and this is Wish. and it's the same, as you can see I've used the same tissue, but I've collaged it onto a different book and just done a few different washes, so it's got a lovely pastel style to it. And again, same pockets front and back, and very similar papers. There is a bit of this parchment paper that I've put in that one as well, but apart from that we're pretty similar. And of course they're all tucked full of tags. So that's that one. And then this is another new one, and I've called this one Wishful. Let me just whiz off the ribbon. So again, I love this one. Look how sweet it is. So I've done a collage on this one and done it very just quite subtle and pastel. And then this one is the same, is similar. And this one's called Artist, with the same book plate, but this is upcycled from an old book, and it's got a red base to it. So they've come out really, really cute. Love this one. And again, this has got really similar papers through, so you can see. Probably don't need to flip through every paper because you just saw them. But this one, so this one's a little bit smaller and running out of space to put things. Plain and tea-dyed paper of every weight that I could find. You know, I love to experiment and play with papers. So the tea dyeing and the patterns, different batches, so there's different shades of tea and bags and all sorts of goodies in there for you to play with. So I like that one too. This is a challenging batch. What should I show you that's new? These ones are new in that they've certainly got a little bit more colour than I normally have. So I pushed myself to do something a little bit different, and so we've got red, green, and yellow. And I'll show you the yellow because that is the pop, and it's again a really cool one. Let's see if I can just slide that off. So I call this Smitten. I kind of love it. Got a little ladybug down here, and then ladybug there, lovely flowers, and a bee up here. How isn't it cute? I really love this one, and I've glazed it up and given it a really good golden glow. And then big surprise, very similar papers on the inside. There's a few music papers which virtually that I found that almost fit the book almost perfectly, and of course there is window envelopes and lots of goodies and things tucked in here. So I might need to go back and just check all those pockets, but lots of cool papers to play with. So I'm loving this cover. It's got a little gold edge to it as well, but it's nice to do something that's just a little bit different. And if you like the way the ribbons are, you can, whilst the book's not too stuffed, just squeeze the book closed and just slip them back on again. Just giving it a good squeeze here. That's if you don't want to have to fuff with the ribbons too much, you can just slide them on and off. Of course, I would always fluff with the ribbons, you know, I have to, but just in case you're wondering and you don't want to have to tie them up every time. This is a lovely one. This has got a really nice soft green to it. Again, got the ladybug, had to make sure we got her in there, and yeah, totally sweet. Same papers throughout, just probably slightly different order, but again, lovely green cover. And then I've got two reds. Unintentionally, I used the Tim Holtz words and for this batch, and unintentionally when I came to the end I realised I'd called these both Delight, which I thought was quite funny because they are the same. So it's kind of the big and the small version, but how cute is this little one? My next batch might be a bunch of little smaller books. So again, it's music and glacé, not that this is not more parchment style. Couple couple of different pockets because it's just a teeny weeny one. So I was able to fold the papers up and get different pockets out of it. But it's such a cute book, and there's pockets and little paper bags, bit of parchment, music paper, just all sorts of goodies in there. So it's a really cute size, whatever size it is. All the sizes are over on my Etsy store if you are interested in going any further, so I won't do this too much because it bores people that just want to have a nosy. 4.5 by 6.5. It's a cute size though, eh? Might have to do some more in that size. And then this is the bigger one. This is really, really sweet. It's got a little monkey up here on the branch, and we've got down here we've got the birds. Lovely bird here in flight, and then on the back we've got the butterfly and again a bird on there. So lovely, lovely rich book with just a bit different colour really, and then of course same papers on the inside. So I'll show you these two. I've got two more of this lovely tissue which I am slightly addicted to. I just keep getting more. I can't bear to not have a sheet or two in the drawer. This one has got some gold on the edge, which I particularly like, and the lovely sceneries on the back. And then it is the same through the middle. Let me just put that ribbon over there. Since it takes me so long to choose ribbons for everything, I don't want to mix the ribbons up. This one I decided to go just slightly different, and it is wrapped in black lace, so it's really rather nice. It might be getting a bit of glare from this has got a bit of a sheen to it. So we've got the lovely couple down here, and then the lady and her friend around on the back. So that's I really like that with just that little bit of black lace on it, and then again of course very similar all through the insides. So I'll just quickly show you these covers. These are probably a little bit more my traditional ones. This one is Embrace the Journey, and it's got the Tim Holtz book paper here which I've made and covered, and then this is the lovely tissue from Seven Gypsies. It's got a fantastic gloss, this one. Layers of ink to get that lovely rich gloss. And then we've got, grab this one. This one is Remember to Play, and this again is lots of layers. It's layers of sewing pattern tissue. It's got quite a textured cover. I kept the texture going and just added to it as much as possible. Again, another Tim Holtz book plate that I've made, and pages on the inside. This one's a two-tone, so I've got the brown spine and then the red book with the Tim Holtz tissue on it, and then layered up a few layers of inks to get quite a rich glaze on that one, and then a Tim Holtz book plate that I've made there. And then this one's slightly different. They're not leaning there very well. This one's slightly different. It is it's got a slightly grey undertone, which is really sweet. So and this is again a Tim Holtz tissue with some layers of ink on it, and that's particularly nice. So it's got a grey undertone with just a little bit of this sort of warm tone here, and then that's why I went with the rich ribbons there to tie into that. So I'm kind of loving that. And then I will share, so this time I did upcycle a few books and kept them as is. So this one I just kind of loved it, The British Isles by Thomas Pickles. I just thought that was such a fantastic name. So the book was a bit had it, so I just have layered again some inks and things, a little bit of stamping, a little bit of colour, just to give it a bit of depth, and then fold it with the tea-dyed papers. But I thought that was just such a cutie. These two are dictionaries, and I left them pretty much as is, apart from layering a little bit. There is actually a little bit of texture on there with some stamping and some bits and pieces, but it is an old book underneath that. And again, same thing, this has got 5 signatures. It's a Pitman's shorthand dictionary, which is kind of cool. And then this one is the Pocket Oxford Dictionary. It's a lovely size, and it's got 5 signatures, nice and fat, and This one actually, sorry to say, is already gone. So I'll just put that one to the side. So I've still got the Pitman's one. Bit of a challenge to get rid of this one again. I love this. It's lovely and fat, and I've tied it really tight to just to press the papers a little bit for you. So whoever gets this one, just know that well, any of my books, I do quite often tie them quite tight so that when they come to you, they've almost been pressed, so there's a bit more room to add to them. If you're ever finding your books are getting too fat and you want to flatten them, just tie them, give them a good tie up with the ribbon just to get those to beat them into submission a little bit. So then the last ones I've got are these beauties, and these three here are all made with the fabulous Seven Gypsies collage tissue. It is obsolete now, so I've got it from the hoarded, and so I have used one of my precious sheets. So there's only 3 for sale, and I probably won't make any more for sale, to be honest, because I'm pretty sure I've only got 1 sheet left, and that's just got to stay forever in my drawer. You know that I do. I can't use it. So I did manage to spare it, and I was really painfully careful with this, because when you've only got 2 sheets left, you don't want to waste any of it. It is such a beautiful tissue. So there's a lovely there's 1 3 signature and 2 5 signatures, and they have got, again, really similar pages on the inside as all the other ones. Just as a 5 signature, there's lots and lots and lots of pages, but it's so delish. Really gorgeous paper. So that's Follow Your Heart, and then the 3 signature is Brave Soul. I'll just show you look how lovely that tissue is. I don't know why Seven Gypsies don't still make this. It's just a lovely one. So put you there, and then I Believe in Magic. Look how lovely that is with the birds. So we really tried to get as much out of the tissue as I possibly could with this, because we don't want to waste it when there's no more. So isn't that lovely? And absolutely chocker with all those pages that I've shown you before. So then the lucky last is this one, which is, again, another favourite. It is called Make a Wish, and it is just so lovely. This is the Tim Holtz collage tissue, and I have laid it up with quite a few inks, as you can probably tell, and to get that lovely colour through. And this is a 5 signature. It is so gorgeous. There's a Tim Holtz ornate frame that I've just added some inks and paints to, and then again this one has, this has got a slightly different pocket on the front, but lots of different papers. There's some of this weird parchment paper that I've made. So yeah, that is my latest collection. So there is a few more coming that I haven't actually finished. I just had to stop and put something up in the shop. So I'm going to open the shop today for about probably 24 hours, just depending on how many orders I get. Because I'm going away this weekend to an art retreat. I'm super excited, and I'm going to be teaching how to make a journal, and I think we're going to make one of these, I think. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm going to try and take notes and see how I feel about the teaching thing, and if I can do that on YouTube. So it's just hard to figure it out when it's a 2-day retreat, 2 or 3 day retreat, and then we're squeezing it into a YouTube video, but we'll see how we go. Thank you for watching. It's been a long video. I can see it's 19 minutes, which is about double whatever I normally do, so it's going to take a few hours to upload this. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all the lovely people that pop in and see me and say such lovely things. I'm so grateful, so kind, and I look forward to coming in, catching up with you all soon. I know I've got a couple of weird things to share, so maybe I'll just do a couple of quiet videos this week for those of you that like to see something that I've made, even if it is unusual. So look forward to catching up again soon. Thanks so much. Bye for now.